Hey kids, my name's Jigsy, and I'm here with my friend Olivia to tell you how blood travels through a hypoplastic left heart syndrome heart. Listen closely, there's a lot of information to get through, but don't worry, if we're going too fast, you can always pause, take a break, rewind and listen again. And don't forget, you can download all the information below so you can read it again later or talk it over with an adult who knows their science. Here we go!
The heart's job is to pump blood, first to the lungs where it collects oxygen, and then on around the body where that oxygen helps to make energy.
Why don't you re-watch the normal heart video to refresh your memory?
When you have a heart that has a special problem, the flow of blood is different.
This video explains how a hypoplastic left heart syndrome heart works before any treatment. Say hello to George, the red blood cell. He's back with us to help with our explanation.
Hi George! George starts his journey blue.
Because he's got no oxygen in him. He's deoxygenated.
Yes, well remembered, Jigsy. He and his blood cell buddies travel to the heart from the head and body. This blood collects in the top chamber on the right side of the heart.
The right atrium.
The atrium squeezes and opens up this door,
called the tricuspid valve.
This allows Blue George to pass into the right pumping chamber.
The right ventricle.
On the next part of the heartbeat, the chamber, or ventricle, squeezes. This closes the tricuspid valve door and pushes George through another door which is now open, the pulmonary valve. He then goes on up the pulmonary artery to the lungs.
Wow, that's a lot of information. So if I understand it right, the heart beats and this causes one door to close and another one to open so that George can go through the artery to the lungs.
Well done, Jigsy. That's exactly right. George and his buddies pass through very small blood vessels in the lungs where they collect oxygen, which turns them red.
Oxygenated.
This red, oxygenated George then returns to the left side of the heart through 4 blood vessels.
These are called the pulmonary veins.
Red George then collects in the upper chamber on the left side of the heart.
The left atrium.
In a hypoplastic left heart, the blood is unable to flow through the mitral valve, a door in the heart, into the left ventricle, so it goes through a hole in the wall between the left and right atriums.
This has a very fancy word. It's called the foramen ovale.
As Red George passes through the hole, it mixes with blue blood cell buddies.
Let's call one Georgina. Hi, Georgina.
Blue and red, George and Georgina, then mix together in the right atrium.
This mixed blood then travels from the right atrium through a door called the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle and on up the pulmonary artery.
So it goes through the door and gets pushed from the right ventricle up the artery.
Yes, exactly. Here it can take one of 2 paths. Some blood will travel through the lungs as normal, where the blue blood will pick up oxygen. Some blood will pass through a connection, the ductus arteriosus, that joins the pulmonary artery and the aorta. George, oxygenated blood, mixed with Georgina, deoxygenated blood, then pass around the body where it helps to make energy. You can see that this heart is not normal, so doctors will usually try to operate in the first few weeks of a baby's life to help improve the way that blood flows through the heart and around the body. Operations can make the heart work better, but it cannot make the heart work normally.
Wow, thanks for helping me explain how the hypoplastic left heart works, Olivia. I've learned loads and I hope my LHM Kids gang have too.